Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Pete W here for another round of the Full Gas Racing League Senna division. It is week 5 here. We are going to be very shortly getting started. I'm just going to post the link into the Discord for all the drivers that wish to watch. Just bear with me a moment. So today it's a double header. We are going to be doing, at first it's going to be a reverse grid 18 lap race, followed by a 50% race to follow based on the results of this 18 lap race. It's going to be interesting. The league is so close, it's great. We're going into this doubleheader with 70 points available, and Nick's lead at the top a mere 23 points to both Convicted Wolf and Grimmy. Convicted Wolf definitely talking up his chances today in the pre-race interview I had with him today. He is fancying his chances here, so let's see what he can produce. We are going to be getting going now. We are ready to go. We're getting started a little bit early today, guys, which is fantastic. 18 laps here at Austria. We're going to have a couple of minutes to get the setups done, during which time I guess I'm going to talk you through the standings, only one who doesn't have them in front of them. So after Grimmy with 96 points, one behind Convicted Wolf, it's Miko in 4th with 87 points, Notorious with 87 points, Notorious in 5th with 84 points, Mushroom, Nick Kennedy 76 points in 6th, a Big D 73 points in 7th. Now I imagine Big D is going to want to be replicating his win in Austria that he did in the Stewart division, and I'm sure that everyone will be pining to make sure that doesn't happen. We've got Shanudi, who's in 8th on 59 points, Jack L 48 points in 9th, Todged in 10th with 43 points, Rotty with 42 points, Riot L on 38. So it is close. Continuing on, Tin Man with 37, One Kidney Jim on 24, Hooded Grain with 20, and Frosty Jack on 6th. This translates into constructor standings. Mercedes are well out in front with 207 points. Alpine second with 139. Sauber, Kick Sauber with 127. Williams with 118. Red Bull 114. McLaren 6th with 110. Haas 7th with 107. Aston Martin 8th with 32, and that is all I can see on those standings, so I do believe that's it. Oh, we've also got, my apologies, no, it's just opened up, Racing Bulls on 26 points, and Ferrari yet to score a single point. I'm not sure if that's because we don't have any drivers for Ferrari, but sorry, just receiving messages. I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So yeah, like I said, it's a reverse grid 18. I think it's reverse based on the championship standings. So I imagine Nick will be starting at the back. And working up to Frosty Jack, who's currently at the bottom of the standings with just 6 points. And we'll see. Frosty Jack did really well last week. He was so unfortunate to retire early on, but qualifying in 2nd position, is this going to be his chance to get his maiden win in the Senna division? We will see. 18 laps to come. I'm imagining lap times around the 110s. It's looking like a beautiful day here in Austria. Sun is out, and that just means one thing: DRS all the way. And as we saw in the Stewart division early on in the season, one mistake, penalties made such a big impact here. There's no space for mistake, but it's hard battling throughout sectors 1 and sector 3 and parts of sector 2 as well. You know, this track doesn't rest up. It's not like a part where you can just be like streaming along. It is intense. It's going to be 18 laps here of pure concentration. Mistakes will get punished, and DRS. Now, I know the esports drivers are running 0-0 wings. I don't know if the guys here are. Obviously, that does make DRS less effective because it's all about drag reduction. And yep, here we go. We've got the list. So we've got 14 drivers in the lobby, and we have got one kidney gym starting on pole. Let's have a look at the tyre options now, guys. Everyone, I know people might think this is a sprint race. We did want to do a sprint race here, but unfortunately not possible, due to it being we're going to do basically a sprint race of a whole 100%er, but we're only doing a 50% race. So everyone is going to have to pit in both races, and as we can see here, a mixture of tyres. Rai, Todged, Miko and Nick all on the soft tyres. We've got Big D starting on the hards. Surprises me, to be fair, but he did show some great pace, like I said, in the Stuart division, so I'm sure he's going to want to get up the order. And the rest are starting on mediums. I think that will be the go-to tyre. It's going to be 18 laps here, so I imagine it's pretty... I mean, the mediums can go the distance, so can the hards. So I think nobody here should have problems needing to pit more than once. So the question will be when to pit. Drivers are now coming up around turns 10 and 11. 11 corners here at Austria. The slowest amount of corners in any Formula 1 race. We've got 3 DRS straights, basically running from turn 11 through to the end of turn 3, and a technical sector 2, which composes most of the turns here. So the drivers are now lining up. We will very shortly be getting going for the first of the 2 races. This will set the grid as well for the 50% race, which will be 36 laps straight after. Now I'm going to sit on board with Tim Man. And we go here at Austria. As we head up to the first turn, Ryo has got the inside line on one kidney Jim, and Tin Man loses a couple of places. Ryo has pushed his way up to first. I believe, was he on the softs? He is. He was wanting to make them pay. Little one kidney Jim on the inside. They've touched, and this is allowing Todged through it. Todged up to first. We've got Rotty in 4th. Tin Man is already down to 7th. Big D in 8th. Looks like Convicted Wolf has dropped a few places. No, sorry, gained a few places. Miko has plummeted. Let's check the position change. Miko down 3 places. Grimmy up 3 places. Timman down 4. Janudi up 3, as is Todged. We've got a bout here of Rotti and Janudi. Janudi showing some serious pace here. We've got an M-Wing. I've seen an M-Wing go. Who does that belong to? Is anyone pitting? No, they're not. What a tight line there between Janudi and Rotti. We have got someone pitting. I'm not sure who that is. That is Nick. One kidney Jim is around. Was sitting in pole just 1 lap ago, and now is all the way down in 14th place. A disastrous start for the Aston Martin driver. We're going 3 wide up the corners, and there's a, I want to say, a kickstart button of Williams touching there, and I think that was Notorious and Grimmy touching. Down towards turn 3, and that is an ambitious move from Ryo. I think very lucky not to send him and Todged around. Janudi closing in on this battle, but I think Todged, who is harvesting, has Ryo 1 wide there. It ran wider, but oh, that is a wide line. Janudi, I think, did very well there to hold off any contact there with Ryo. Some good driving there by the Haas driver. Still able to keep 3rd, but he's got Big D right on his tail. We've currently got a 6-man DRS train down to 6th in Tin Man. Nick Kennedy and Miko are battling hard. Miko, oh sorry, no, Miko's into the pits. And Big D setting the fastest lap. So bad stuff. Mercedes, what's happened there? Todgert is off out of turn 1. And down to 10th. Todgert has dropped right to the back of his chasing grid. But we got Rayo and Ginaldi batting hard. Big D up there as well. I think we're going to see a very similar race as Ginaldi just past Rai like he's not even there, forcing Big D onto the curb. Can he make... Has he got the better grip out of turn 3? It looks like he's got the inside line coming into turn 5. As has Rotti. Rotti getting past Rayo as well. So in 2 turns, all Ginaldi needs to correct there, and that's going to give Big D a better exit. Heading down towards turn 10, and we've got a yellow flag behind. Where is that? That is an Aston Martin of One Kidney Jim, really struggling at the moment and about to be caught up by the 2 Mercedes. Notorious setting a fast lap of 106, 623, and One Kidney Jim has retired. Is this going to bring out a safety car? It doesn't look like it, but we've got Big D on the outside of Ginaldi coming up the hill to turn 2. Right, was late, and he's picked up a 3-second track penalty for his efforts there. Rai really wanted to battle with the leaders, but he's gone and picked himself up, which is going to be very hard to pull away out onto this DRS train. But some good battling here between Ginaldi and Big D. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. I'm just going to keep up the map. That is One Kidney Jim. Sorry, One Kidney Jim. Be right back, guys. I'm just going to change my audio settings. I do apologise. It's just too low for the cars in my eyes. I want to turn them up. Here we are. Okay. There we are. So another wide corner there. And Rael out of DRS range. And he's had a bad exit there out of turn 11. Is Rotti going to get the inside line into turn 1? No, but that was a very, very fine line he did take there. We've got Convicted Wolf up past Tin Man. Notorious has dropped to 10th. Notorious is down to 10th. And Rotti, a very late break. Can he keep that car on the track? No, he cannot. Runs wide. His teammate Convicted Wolf now ahead of him. The 2 Alpines running 4th and 5th, having swapped places. Heading down towards turn 8. Rotti sticking with Convicted Wolf, who's got some work to do now. Rayo is down to 9th. Notorious is down to 10th. He'll be wanting to get his way through the field. James, what happened, mate? A slightly wide line there from Rotti. Can he keep within DRS range of his teammate? We've got Grimmy and Tin Man battling hard here. Who's going to get a better line into turn 2? There's a bit of a nod there on the McLaren on the Alpine, but coming out of the turn, it looks like Tin Man. Yep, Tin Man has got it for now against Grimmy. Grimmy currently sitting 3rd in the championship. He'll want to start progressing to keep up with Convicted Wolf, who is one of his championship contenders. And oh, that was a little bit of lack of awareness there from Grimmy. And that could have resulted in a spin. Thankfully, he managed to hold it together. But, oh, the Mercedes of Tin Man around it. Look, there might have been contact there with Rotti. He's dropped a couple of places, but he's alright. I don't think there's any damage there. Are the drivers going to start to think? Are they thinking about an undercut? Now, Grimmy on Rotti. Rotti will be losing DRS range of his teammate. And he runs... He did not get a good exit out of turn 1. It's made him at risk for losing out to Tin Man as well. What about Jack and Nick, who are at the back of his DRS train? Rai is in the pits, first driver into the pits. Lovely line there by Rotty to keep it on the track, but who's going to have the line here coming into turn 5? Rotty, an excellent line there. Gave his opponent enough space, edging that throttle. But will it be a case of when, not if? Tin Man and Grimmy are side by side. And has that just given Rotty? Is he pitting? Rotty is in the pits. I think that could be a very sensible decision there. Tin Man now 1 point. And he picks up a second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That is going to devastate the Alpine driver. And Grimmy has picked up a 3-second penalty for track limits. Convicted Wolf and Big D now leading. Big D is currently 3.8 seconds ahead of Convicted Wolf and pushing away, but he will not have DRS now. When are the drivers going to pit? We've got Convicted Wolf on the mediums, Big D on the hards. Will they both be pitting onto the soft tyres? We'll wait to see, but Tin Man producing a great performance so far in this second McLaren. Jack and Nick battling hard. Nick Kennedy has got past Jack. And these 3-second track penalties are coming in thick and fast here in the Senna division. Currently with 3. Now can Tin Man get the move done on Grimmy? Nick Kennedy is closing in on this battle. Tin Man sitting behind for now. Jack not able to match the pace of Nick. And Grimmy with a 3-second penalty for track limits. We've got Tin Man right alongside him, but Grimmy getting a better entry into that corner, sorry. But Big D right now in the league is down 4.5 seconds ahead of Convicted Wolf, one of his championship rivals. Grimmy's now got some work to do. Is he going to opt for a pit? No, but Tin Man is, as is Nick Kennedy. What is the undercut going to be like on these tyres? Well, we will find out shortly. We've got Notorious and Jack still on track battling. Notorious now up to 5th, but needing to pit. Notorious getting the move done there. Up the hill into turn 2. And Notorious up to 4th, currently 2 seconds sitting behind Grimmy. Rotty picks up another track penalty for track limits. As does Rael. 2 drivers battling hard. Nick Kennedy has left session. He's ghosted out. Hey, James, I don't think that's a great idea right now. I think calm down, get your head in the game, and we can and focus on that. I think that's probably a better idea right now, buddy, if I'm completely honest. Thank goodness Nick Kennedy is back, but we'll find out where he is on track. I'm not 100% sure. It's just his car's ghosting as he takes control of it. So, where are we? We've got decent battle here shaping up for 12th. Sorry, not 12th, for 6th between Nick, Miko and Shanudi. I do believe Shanudi has pitted the other 2 out. Whoa, Janudi had to make a very sudden adjustment there, otherwise he was going to end up in the back of Miko and probably out of the race at that speed. I think he overcooked his braking point. Still within the DRS range of these 2 Mercedes. Mercedes have pitted. Oh wow, so this is for track position. Okay. We've got Notorious closing up on Grimmy, just 1.5 seconds separating him. But Big D in a league of his own right now. And he'll be looking at coming out in 5th, somewhere between 5th and 7th right now. And I guess we're about to find out. We've got Grimmy, Notorious and Big D. All three of last season's title contenders. Top three right now pitting, as is Jack. And Notorious slams on the brakes but too late and does pick up a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Think it's a bit too severe, but that's going to have blown his race. Is Nick about to take the lead of this race? It's going to be close. It is going to be close. He's got it. The two Mercedes now 1-2. Can they work together to hold it for themselves? Six laps to go here, and this is starting to heat up. We've got a battle here. Top three, no penalties. And Mika around the outside of Nick. Is Janudi going to be able to follow him? No, he is not. And still a Mercedes 1-2. Looks like Nick has been unable to regain control of his car. I don't know what that lag is, where if you come out and then they're just sitting there on turn 2. Doesn't make sense to me, but anyway. Let's go to intervals. We've got a decent battle here shaping up for 6th between Todgerd, Grimmy, Rotti and Notorious. Notorious has got a lot of work to do now with that 10-second penalty. And he's going to want to dispatch Rotti as soon as possible, I imagine. Is he going to get it done in this turn or the next? It looks like he's going to wait until the next turn. Gets a good line there. He's going to follow his teammate's line and kick Sauber. Now, is Todgerd going to hold up his teammate or help him to progress? Runs very wide there. And Notorious follows. Todgerd will see that kick, screaming green kick in his rear view mirror. But Notorious not able to do enough, however. He's got a good line there out of turn 3. Coming into turn 5, and Todgerd does move out of the way, putting himself, and he's onto the gravel. He's onto the gravel. Has also dropped behind Rotti. Rotti does have 13 seconds of penalties, but I think for me, this is now a 4 cars for the win. Whoa. Big D now past Janudi. Can he complete the move though? That is the question. No, he cannot. Janudi with a better line. Oh, we're battling. And yes, he does. Yes, he does. Janudi running a little bit wide there, allowing Big D on these fresh softs on the back of the two Mercedes. They're going to have to really work together to hold off the McLaren driver. And one of the McLarens ghosted. Miko's left the session. Oh my goodness, what a time to lose connection, which has allowed Big D through. Okay. And with just 4 laps to go here. The Mercedes still ghosting Janudi up to 3rd. And Big D on the inside. Is he going to get the move done on our championship leader? I think so. He's going to have DRS down straight. And Big Nick battling hard though. He is battling hard. But Big D into turn 3 does get the move done. And now can he pull away? He doesn't need to. Notorious needs to find about 5 seconds on Rotti. 4 laps to go. I think doable. But he's going to need to dispatch a convicted wolf. Both of them on fresh softs and both very fast drivers here. And yet Notorious dispatching a convicted wolf there pretty easily. Now catching up to Miko. Miko has dropped back quite considerably over the lap since he disconnected. And we've got Todred is around in sector 3. He's lost it out of turn 11. Not sure if there will be any damage there, but the battle for first is still hot. However, this pack behind is catching. There's no doubt about that. Let's see what their sector 2 shut-ins look like. We'll compare Nick and Notorious. 47.264. 46.45, so 8 tenths a second faster. He's currently got about 8 seconds over Rotti. I do think he'll do okay to hold 7th, which will be unfortunate for the Kick Sauber driver. Starting towards the back in this reverse grid. A bit of a slide. Definitely Notorious really pushing it here. Nick sitting on the back of Big D, whose tyres are going to be wearing, and they're going to be wearing quickly, but we've only got 2 laps to go here now. And as we head up towards turn 2, Nick had a sneaky look, but thought better of it. Miko is now back in the lobby. Hopefully he will be able to rejoin and regain control of his car. Right now, Notorious need to find about 1.5 seconds in the next lap and a half. But Nick holding sound with Big D, who is starting to pull away a bit. 6 tenths now. We come over the hill for the second to last time. And onto the last lap. Is Big D going to take the win, or will it be Janudi or Nick? For the first part of tonight's double header. Miko has retired. Miko has retired on the last lap, but his car is still moving. I'm not quite sure what's happening there, but okay. Oh, that has bumping along the Mercedes a little bit. So we come down the hill to turn 3 for the final time. Has Nick got anything there that he can use? No, he does not. What a surprise there. I don't know what happened to Miko. It would be great to find out. And it looks like, barring any mistakes, Big D is going to take his second win here this season at Austria. First time in the Stewart division, second time in the Senna. Will he be able to replicate it? Hadn't started at the back. Comes across the last turn. A perfect race there from Big D. And he's going to take this checkered flag. Followed by Nick, who's followed by Janudi. Notorious will cross the line in 4th, but will be relegated. Convicted Wolf will take 4th. Grimmy in 5th. Rotti is the question. Will Rotti claim 6th, or will it be 7th? Rotti also had a time penalty, so no. Jack gets 7th. Notorious claims 6th. Rotti is in 8th. Riot, I don't think will put trouble that either. Todred, I think, will improve here, because I think Ryo had a few track limits. He does into 9th. Tin Man is going to come across the line in 11th, and he'll be the last of our classified finishers here today in race 1. We will shortly be getting going for race 2, which will be 36 laps. And driver of the day has gone to Nick. Started in 14th and finished in 2nd. And Big D taking the top spot on that podium. Brilliant drive there by the McLaren driver. And you can see what he does in the feature race. 50% race coming right up. So to round off, we have got Big D starting in Big D taking the checker flag, Nick in second, Shanudi third, Convicted Wolf fourth, Grimmy fifth, Notorious sixth, Jack L in seventh, Rotti in eighth, Todged in ninth, Ryowa in 10th, Tin Man 11th, Miko classified. So Miko, the last of our classified finishers, in 12th place, Nick in 13th, and One Kidney Jim retiring very early on in 14th position. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So Nick extending his championship lead over Convicted Wolf. Now looking at, if my memory serves me correctly, 28 points. What can be done here to change that? Just waiting for the lobby to be set up, guys. So what are our predictions for the race? I mean, anything can happen at Austria. We've just seen that. Okay. Okay, just going to give my voice a couple of minutes break here before we get going. We've got a long race ahead of us, hopefully about 40 to 45 minutes. Got another comment. Okay. Just sorting out the settings now for the lobby again. In terms of laps. So we are now readying up for lobby. Drivers are going to have another 2 minutes to get their setups done for race 2 at Austria, and another 35 points up for grabs. Will Big D make it a double victory here, or can Nick really bring his title credentials in and put in a solid performance to extend his lead over the entire field. We've got some very fast drivers here today. And I imagine with the reverse grid part of this set done, that there might be a little bit less chaos, hopefully. And it's looking like another dry race here at Austria. Fantastic. Some more quality overtakes, I imagine. And a lot more action. I think Austria is a little bit less special without the DRS straights, so... Kind of feels like one of those tracks that was built for DRS, if you know what I mean. Like, I'd say over half of the track is full throttle and DRSable. So, yeah. Definitely feels like a high octane track. And we saw a lot of shoulders being thrown out. Hopefully we won't have any lags later on in this feature race as we did in the last game. Miko and Nick Kennedy. So let's wait and see. Drivers have got just a couple of minutes to get their setups done, and then we'll be going for another formation lap. We'll check the tyres, positions, and possible strategies. Austria is a very short pit lane. Sometimes is it worth going 2 stops soft medium? Depends, because it's not one of those tracks that you're going to struggle to overtake. There are parts of it, yeah, of course, same with every track, but it's one of those tracks where the DRS does play a big part. So I mean, sometimes it might be worth the jump, but if you're in a DRS train, sticking with it, sometimes again, it really, for me, is all about play by how the race is going. Right, let's have a look at the tyre situation. So 3 drivers on hards, Todged, Rael and Jack, everyone else on mediums. So I think everyone eyeing a one-stop strategy. Hards at this point, not so sure about. But, yep, let's have a look. It is Big D leading us out, and he is already miles ahead. Followed by Nick Janudi, Convicted Wolf. Showing AWS possible race strategies, medium hard or medium hard. Sure, I agree with that. I do firmly believe softs could be useful here in a 2-stop strategy, but what do I know? I guess tyre pressures will play a big part in that, so we'll see. Just now waiting for one kidney gym to line up on the grid, and then we will be getting going. Todger did not reset in his box and has been DSQ'd. I hate it when that happens. You get so close and then you just over it by like 10 centimeters and bam, you're now like 40 centimeters behind. Not even 40 meters, a couple of meters now. And here we go. Can Nick get the start, jump on Big D into turn 1? They're both on the medium tyres. Everyone clean. There's a Red Bull there up the inside. That's Ryle. I did think that was a bit aggressive, and he is around. He's around in the barrier. But coming back to the front, everyone. Grimmy up 2 places. If I'm not wrong, I think. Yeah, Grimmy up 2 places. Convicted Wolf holding Janudi down 2. Without Miko. Miko already up to 8th, battling for 8th with Rotti. Notorious in 6th, past Jack L. And it looks like Janudi has got the inside to Convicted Wolf here, but stellar defence there by the Alpine driver. Both on the medium tyres, as is Notorious, who's right on the back of Janudi. We've then got Jack, followed by Miko, followed by Rotti. And Janudi gets the move up the inside. We're going 3 wide in turn 1, but it looks like Notorious getting Janudi and Convicted Wolf. He is now, I think that would have been track limits. He's got 2 seconds to catch up to the front 3. And this battle is hotting up. Are we going 3 wide into turn 2? No, we're not. But Nick is going to take the lead from Big D. Can he come right back at him? Big D does come right back at him around the outside of turn 3. And these 3 in unison. Janudi getting past Notorious. It's going to be hard to break these DRS trains because there's a few of them, little mini ones. Notorious and Janudi battling hard here. And what a lovely line by the Kick Sauber driver. But this has also brought Jack and Miko into this battle. Miko now past Jack, up 5 places from his starting position. Nick Kennedy struggling. One Kidney Jim up 4 places. Todged being the first driver to pick up a track limits warning. And Big D setting the fast lap at 107.806. Up towards the top of turn 2. And is Big D going to lose 2 places? No, Grimmy holds off taking that. Notorious, can he hold off? He can. There's a bit of a bump there between the Mercedes and Miko and Janudi, and that allows Convicted Wolf a good exit out. But has it also allowed one of our fastest drivers, our reigning champ here in the Senna division, DRS, a chance to break DRS? I think he may well. It's going to take a lot of work, Convicted Wolf, to keep up with our reigning champ here. But looking further back a bit, and this DRS train now behind Convicted Wolf is down to Jack in 13th. It is very tight. One mistake will break DRS trains, and now Notorious can focus on pushing ahead. Because Convicted Wolf has now got all the defending to do. He's got Shnudi, Miko within half a second of him. Notorious a 1:07.150 fastest lap overall. And only 1.8 seconds behind Grimmy in 3rd. Oh, a bit of a touch there from Janudi. Hopefully he didn't pick up any wing damage. But heading up towards turn 2. Are we going to be going 3 wide here? It looks like... No, we're not. Okay, okay. We've got Tin Man and Todged battling well. Tin Man picked up 3-second penalty for track limits. Nick Kennedy on the back of us as well. Rotti has slipped a bit and is out past Jack. Oh, we've got a spinner, and that is One Kidney Jim here, spun at turn 3. No damage, thankfully. It looks like it was just too much and lost control of his car. So, top 3 are starting to separate a little bit, about half a second. Notorious unable to catch thus far. Oh, that's definitely going to be track limits, and lucky that there was no damage there from Notorious. Having lost 7/10 of a second there to Nick, who's currently sitting in 1st. We've got a decent battle going on for 13th between One Kidney Jim and Ryle. Grimmy with the first of the lead drivers picking up a penalty for track limits. And Notorious closing. These track limit warnings are coming in thick and fast now. Can Notorious start to close this gap? Shanudi and Miko have both got past Convicted Wolf. And this train is starting to break a little bit, seeing some quite big gaps here. Tin Man and Nick and Convicted and Todged all battling behind Convicted Wolf and Hard, less than a second separating the four drivers. And we've got a yellow flag in sector 3. That's One Kidney Jim. He's really struggling with that foot of his and has decided to retire from the race. Very unfortunate, James. I hope you're able to get your foot back up to condition for next week's race, mate. And the Alpine of Convicted Wolf has held. But Todged is right alongside him. Todged run a bit wide there. Didn't have the pull to outdrag Convicted Wolf into turn 5. But the two behind Tin Man and Nick Kennedy still battling hard as well. The three brothers, Tin Man, Nick and Convicted Wolf, all battling hard here. Tin Man running very loose there through the turns. Oh, is that going to be track limits for Convicted Wolf? But Notorious is now onto this DRS train, I think. Yes, he is. He has caught up to first. Can our reigning champ take the win here? Austria in race 2. We got Miko has caught up to Shinaudi. And Convicted Wolf battling heavily, but it looks like Tin Man has dropped some positions here. Maybe only a second in time, but he's definitely dropped some positions. But this is still a 6-car DRS train. Todged, a little bit of a gap to make up to Nick Kennedy. Come. Flying around turns 8 and 9. Convicted Wolf hanging on for dear life here, but has Nick got the inside line into turn 1? Yes, he has. But will Convicted Wolf come right back at him? 2 long DRS straights. Was that the best place for Nick to make the move? He is coasting on his ERS. He is recharging. And has dropped 2 places. Jack around the outside has got a better line off. And Nick in one straight goes from 7th to 10th. He's got his brother right on his wing as well. And he's got past him as well. Or has he? Nick running very deep there. Nick manages to hold off for now. Now, top 3. Notorious has got past Big D. Our race winner. Miko currently 5 seconds behind this battle for first. Can the Mercedes driver start to close in? It's going to be some heavy battling, but it doesn't seem to be affecting their times. They're all working together. And a bit of a lock up there from Notorious. Good reaction time there by Big D to avoid any damage. I mean, the wings will be minimal, so the damage and the effect of it will be minimal, but still. Todged and Convicted Wolf battling hard. Nick Kennedy, Tin Man. This is all really close, but yep, Convicted Wolf getting past the Kick Sauber driver. And Janudi, sorry, not Janudi, Jack. That was a lunge and a half by Jack. Todged on the inside for turn 7. gets that place back from the Hash driver. Victor Wolf breaking a bit earlier there, and Todged reacting well. Oh, there's been a bit of a touch there between Todged and Jack sent around a bit. He is still in this train, but it's also now brought Rotti into it as well. Lap 10 of 36, Nick and Notorious battling hard for second position. But this is the battle for me. We've got 6 cars here battling hard. Positions constantly changing. Miko keeping stream with these guys. It seems like him and Shinudi may be working together to try and close the gap onto the top 4. 10 laps in so far, only 1 retirement. Heading into lap 11, Nick still leading here, but Grimmy having a look up the inside. Is he going to move into turn 1? No, he is not. Rotti and Todged battling. Todged now down to 12th. That's how quickly things are changing in that group from 7th through to 12th. 1 minute you can be 7th, 1 minute you can be 12th. But Grimmy on the outside of Nick. Is he going to get a move done? I think so. And yes, he does. Oh, Notorious. It looks like Notorious and Big D might have touched there. Big D now alongside Notorious. He's got the inside line into turn 5, but will he have it into turn 6? Yes, he will. Sorry, turn 7, I think that is. Turn 7. He's doing turn 8. Yep. 9, yeah. But Grimmy has taken the lead. And Big D now right on the back of Nick. And get back. I want to get back to this battle for. Oh, that was very wide by 10 man on Jack. Where Convicted Wolf down to 9th. See what I mean? Positions are constantly changing here. Everyone is now back onto this battle. Rotti's slipping a little bit, but he's still very much with it. Just one mistake and he'll have DRS again. Miko and Janudi exchanging places. Very clean. So we head up the hill towards turn 2. And right now Jack leading this group, 8.8 seconds behind his teammate Shinudi. As we've got Nick Kennedy, I thought he was going to have a look up the inside of his brother there. Tin Man has got past Jack. Committee Wolf running a bit wide there. Is that going to give Nick the opportunity to get past into turn 1? I think it is. Nope, Committee Wolf just having that. Oh, he's run wide, he's run wide. That'll be track limits for sure. Is he going to keep within DRS range? It's going to be close. Just, yeah. Jack and Tin Man battling hard. Jack's got the inside line into turn 2. He's going to get a better line out of it. That's what matters. We've got a yellow flag. Who is that? I want to say that may have been a Mercedes. Nick. It was Nick. Nick has dropped off of the leading pack. And his teammate is just 1.5 seconds behind him. I'm wondering, does Nick have damage? He doesn't, but he is pitting. He's decided now's the time. He's switching to the hards. 3-second warning for Tin Man as well. And now Grimmy, Big D and Notorious are going to battle it out, continue this battle for the for first place. Notorious right on the rear of Big D's front rear wing. Getting a nice, lovely look. Oh, there's been contact. There's been contact. Whose wing was that? I don't know how that wasn't someone's wing. It looked like a wing had gone up in sheds, but nope, thank goodness. And Miko, 3.6 seconds behind this battle, and he's got Shinudi. I think they're working really well together, these two. $22 laps to go here. Question being, what can Nick do? Can, with the undercut, he regain up to, or even pass, the guys currently battling for first? Because they're going to be battling hard. Let's see what their time is going to be. Coming through turn 11, we're going to be looking at 109s. 109, 144, so we're about 3 seconds off fastest lap at the moment. Be interested to see what Nick can do on the next lap. But yep, the penalties are coming in. Ryo has picked up a 3-second penalty for track limits. And the two Red Bull drivers side by side. And Rye gets the move done on Nick. Am I seeing rain? I feel like I'm seeing rain here. Have I just seen the first drops of rainfall? I don't know, we will find out. So, we are definitely seeing rain. There is definitely some rain here. Is it going to be enough to cause the drivers to pit onto inters? I wonder. And if it is, has Nick made the biggest mistake in pitting early for the undercut? I wonder. We'll find out in the next few laps. Convicted Wolf with a 3-second penalty for track limits as well. These penalties really starting to add up. And Convicted Wolf, has he spun? He has. Convicted Wolf is around and he's dropped to 12th. Like I said, 1 minute you can be in 7th, 1 minute you can be in 12th. That's how close these guys battling are. But now that the rain's starting to come, I feel like the drivers are starting to spread out a little bit. Now, Big D, Grimmy and Notorious. Oh, Notorious nearly losing control of his car. They're coming out of turn 2, but managed to keep it on the track. I think we're going to be going to inters. I really do. Oh, that is ambitious from Nick. Todgered with the line there, but Nick around the outside. Can he hold it together? Yes, he does on those Russia hards. Now, will he get past Ryo? Tin Man pitting. I guess he's not overly worried. Oh! Has Todger taken wing damage there? It looked like he was heading towards the wall, but saved it, and no, he hasn't. That's fantastic. But this rain is affecting the drivers. We've got drivers pitting onto the inters, and yes, this is going to be a wet race. Question being, when will DRS be disabled? That for me is kind of the go-to to pit. But this race has just got a whole lot more interesting. No worries, James. Have a good evening, mate. And Grimmy is in the pits. Grimmy is in the pits. What about Nick? What is Nick doing? He hasn't pitted again yet. Is he going to? Are the drivers going to decide this is too much? Jack sliding it around that turn very impressively, but are we now facing... See, in parts of the track, it's not looking wet enough, but other parts, you're sliding around like crazy. Notorious has taken the lead, but Big D, I'm sure, will want to come back at him. Wow! I heard the engine roar. I saw Notorious to the side and Big D just blow past like he wasn't even there. Constant action here at the Red Bull Racing Ring. Notorious really struggling to get his car out of hands without needing to slide a bit. I'm thinking maybe the differential. But we've now got Shanudi and Miko really catching up to these guys. Only a couple of seconds behind Notorious and Big D, who are clearly struggling through Sector 3. It's definitely a lot worse in Sector 3 than Sector 1, which is crazy when you think this is the smallest track on the calendar. But they keep... Big D is going for it. Still, Notorious has pitted. I'm imagining he's going to go onto the Inters, as will Janudi. I'm thinking, is this going to be a little bit of light rain and then go back to the dry? And is that what some of these drivers are banking on? Because some drivers are staying out. We've still got 6 drivers who have not stopped. So, who knows? But Miko just now 2.3 seconds behind Big D and now able to concentrate on moving forward. We've got Jack. Let's see here. I want to see. We can compare times here, but I do think there are parts of this track, like here, it doesn't look like they're going to make much of a difference. But Sector 3, lots of difference. Like that. I mean, the cornering out of turns is just insane, the traction difference. So, Grimmy now up to 4th and closing. He made the early decision to go onto these Inters. Notorious as well. The top 2 now pitting, but they're going to come out a few places behind, I imagine. Even behind Janudi, potentially. We'll find out shortly when they come out the pits. Nick is up to 3rd. He's staying on those hards. He's committed to it now. He is not changing. Come hell or high water, and I'll be honest, I don't blame him. Jack has picked up a 3-second penalty for track limits. And the thing is, DRS hasn't been deactivated here. We've got a Red Bull off that. Is Rael, and it's a full course safety car. Full course safety car. No retirements, but Rael has triggered a full course safety car here on lap 20 of 36. Wow. So, I think my question here is the drivers that haven't pitted. How many of them are there? Jack, Convicted Wolf, and Nick, who is still running dry tyres. Has this just saved his race? I mean, the drivers were catching up at a monumental rate, and if this rain isn't going to be around forever, and the other guys have to pit, has Nick just made the most amazing decision to stay on them? So, Rye is in the pits, as is Todgerd. My question being, is Rye going to get... Yes, he is going to get out in time. Obviously, lapped cars do not get the privilege of unlapping themselves. Nick is staying out. I mean, this for me is incredible. We have got 1 leaders in. Jack is pitting. He's going to take the pit onto the Inters, I imagine. Let's find out. What is he going to pit onto? Pulling into the Haas garage now, and those are going to be Inters. Yep, cool. But Nick is committed to this. He's going to stay on the hards, I imagine, for the remainder of the race. And we'll see where that ends up putting him. We have got 6 drivers with penalties at the moment. Yeah, 6 penalty drivers. 13 remaining. Only 1 retirement in 1 kidney Jim, who is suffering from a broken foot. So, yeah, I could never try and imagine trying to drive with a broken foot. So that can't be easy. Just wow. This is currently lap 2 of safety car, so I imagine we'll have at least 1 more. Rael quite a way back, but my apologies, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long day. But he won't be under timing regs, so him and Todgerd can just push right on to catch up to the pack. We've got 15 laps here to go at the end of this lap. Nick working really hard to try and keep some heat into those tyres. Is he going to be a land to the sort of come this safety car restart? I wonder. It does, like, DRS is still active. That's the crazy thing. So it's kind of the crossover point. Soft inters or dries, but those dries, I believe, are 9 laps old. 8 laps old. Yep. Big D also on the hards, as is Rotty. Rotty's just pitted onto a new set of hard. So is the track drying? I wonder. We're now seeing drivers pitting onto the harder compound. Is the track drying? Okay, could we have another... excuse me, sorry ladies and gentlemen. Could we have yet another safety car lap? The guys haven't caught up yet, and we've still got 18 seconds to the back. I think it's going to be too late, because it'll be a very laboured restart. Well, I think we're going to be going for another lap, which will definitely please the guys on the hard tyres. Will we start to see more drivers head into the pits now? 4 laps is the most the safety car will do. It will not just keep going because people keep pitting, so it's this and now or never. And it is a judgment call. Todgerd is pitting. I thought Todgerd had just pitted. And he picks up a 10-second penalty for during his entry. So what is he pitting onto is my question. I think he is going onto the mediums, but he's going to have 10 seconds as well to count onto that now. So this track is drying up. We've got 13 laps to go, and the track is drying up. Drivers are now choosing to go onto the dry compound. So has that safety car caused by Rael done the trick? Todgerd will have that penalty to fight with, and I don't see another lap of safety car, but we will shortly be getting going racing here at the end of lap 23 or 36. Yep, safety car in this lap. So now Nick will take over as de facto safety car. And what's the view like here? As we get closer to the restart point, we will sit on board with Grimmy to see how he reacts to Nick going, and to see, and we'll get a good opportunity to see which tyre is faster over the next lap or so. DRS is still active. It has not been disabled by the stewards. So let's sit on board with Grimmy. Can our championship leader take a stellar victory here at Austria? We got 14 laps to find out. Nick hasn't put his foot down yet. Grimmy active and waiting. Nope, he is leaving it very late. He's gone, he slid a little bit. Grimmy, he's going to have to be careful he doesn't overtake before the line. But he's alongside the Mercedes driver and into turn 1. Who's going to have the line here? It's going to be tight, but Grimmy has got the better grip out of the corner. Notorious as well, past Nick. It looks like it was too early for the hards. If anything, I'd say the rain's getting heavier in Sector 1. And I think we are about to see these drivers pulling away. Who are pulling away from the drivers who are on the hards and the mediums. Nick already down 5 places to 6th. 6 places. Really struggling on those hards. It was the wrong choice. It was the wrong choice. So, moving back up to the front. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 2, and that is, no guess, Nick. It's gone from bad to worse. Half a lap from 1st to 13th for Nick. Is he going to be pitting onto the mediums? Oh, not the mediums, the interns. I don't see any other option right now. It's cost him over 10 seconds in 1 lap. But Grimmy now 6/10 ahead of Notorious. My apologies, DRS has been disabled because I have not received a notification it is enabled here. Nope, so DRS has been disabled. I apologize, I didn't catch that, guys. And it looks like those that chose to go on to the hards and the mediums really struggling here. Big D down to 10th, Rotty 11th. I think, is Nick Kennedy the last of the drivers on the mediums? Sorry, not on the mediums, on the inters? Yes, he is. So let's move up to this battle for first. Miko, Janudi and Notorious hot on the wings of Grimmy. Grimmy does need to pull out that lead. Right now, oh, a bit of Tokyo drift there from Miko. Notorious very much on the back of Grimmy. And our race winner from race 1 and our championship lead. Oh, wow! That was, I think Grimmy must have maybe just had a little shit in his pants there. That was close. And how he's managed to hold off on the tour. We've got Miko and Shinudi battling as well for third. Who gets the better line out of the turn? I'm not sure. But Notorious now. He's got the inside line to Grimmy. He's up the inside into turn 2. Is he going to take this position? As comes Miko as well. Can Miko? No, he's not. Grimmy has got a good exit, and he's now got the inside run, but I don't think he's going to make a move. Takes a look, but thinks better of. Grimmy really, it looks like Miko's got a better setup for the wet here because he's really gripping better lines than Grimmy right now. Grimmy a little bit forced Miko wide, nothing untoward. But these four now pulling away 2.1 seconds up the road to Jack. Rotti picks up another track limits penalty. We'll look at the penalty situation a little bit later on. We've got a Red Bull in the pits. Yep, Raya was in the pits. Is he pitting for damage? It must be. What tyre was he pitted onto? Interjet, that's the damage pit. So, moving back up. Grimmy has been passed by Miko. Miko now up into second. He's going to want to chase down Notorious. Can the two reignite their battle as we saw at Barcelona earlier in the season? Shinudi hot on the wings of Grimmy, but Convicted Wolf now just 3 seconds behind this battle. He has got Jack right on his tail. Tim Man and Nick battling, but currently 9th through 12th all on dry tyres. Rotti and Nick stuck behind Todged. Right, on the Inters down in 13th. He is closing like a bat out of hell on these guys. And I imagine we'll have no trouble shipping them out of the way. Looks like the inside there, thinks better of. And around the outside of Nick, our championship leader, like he's not even there. And he's harvesting. But just a supreme grip, having to hold it together. But around the outside after turn 10. And he's got the inside line here on Todged. Todged getting a 3-second penalty for track limits. For a second I was wondering if he was in the wall there, but no. Rotti now alongside Todged and getting past. Was there a bit of a bump there? I'm not sure, but Notorious starting to pull out. I think the top 3 are starting to fragment. Notorious and Miko kind of taking this race into their elements. We've got 8 laps left here to go at Austria. We've got Nick, 2 brothers, Tim Man and Nick battling. Tim Man does have a penalty, Nick doesn't. Jack still very much on the back of Convicted Wolf. Let's take a look at the penalties for a second. 3 seconds for Grimmy, Convicted Wolf and Jack. Grimmy battling hard with Shinudi. Looks like, is Grimmy in the pits? He is in the pits. Okay, so Nick Kendi now picking up a penalty as well. So Convicted Wolf up to 4th. We've got Tim Man, who's got 9 seconds penalties, in 8th currently. Big D 9th. Ryo has got 6 seconds penalty. Rotty's got 3. Todged has got 16 seconds of penalties. Top 3, top 4 are starting to branch out, but Grimmy has come out onto the softs. This could be interesting. Is it dry enough? DRS has not yet been activated to my knowledge. We'll sit. Let's sit on board with Grimmy to find out if it has. I don't believe it has. But that looked like... Whoa. No, DRS has not yet been activated. So, is it a bit too soon? I don't know. But the driver's on track right now. I mean, Big D is technically only about... Well, it was only about 9/10 of a second behind Tim Man. He still is. But... DRS has been enabled. Oh, this could get fun with Grimmy. The track is... Yeah, I'm not seeing much rain in the sky anymore, if any. This is just going to get a little bit interesting. I mean, what's the gap to the leaders? 22 seconds for the likes of Grimmy and Big D. Grimmy picking up and really pushing, but picking up another 3-second penalty in the process. And we have got so many drivers in the pits right now. Currently we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers in the pits. Convicted Wolf, Jack, Tim Man and Nick. Grimmy has got to jump on all of them. Big D, where is Convicted Wolf now? Jack right on the back of Convicted Wolf. Last few laps of this race are going to be interesting. Oh wow, now that was very late braking from Jack. I'm very fortunate that Convicted Wolf did not pick up any damage there. But Big D holding on to Grimmy here. And Grimmy needs to get that gap open. But these guys are closing up on the top 3 quickly. I want to compare times. Notorious Pits does Miko. Miko does! And... Oh, that was close. Shinudi chooses to stay out. I think Miko was very lucky there. But I think if you're staying out now, you're committing to it, and that's 6 laps. We'll compare times. Tim Man gets a 3-second penalty for track limits. Is Grimmy going to come out ahead of Miko and Notorious? I don't think so. No, he is not. Did he go 1 lap too soon, perhaps? It's going to be close between Miko and Grimmy. But Miko has got it. Janudi only 13.5 seconds ahead of Notorious. Todged is out. Is this going to bring a safety car? No, it's a pit lane retirement. Okay, it's a pit lane retirement, so no. But let's see what the gap is looking like here between Janudi, 49.69, and Grimmy. Grimmy now starting to pull away from Big D. About 1.2 seconds separating Janudi and Grimmy, but these tyres are only going to get worse, and Notorious already a second up. He is pushing like God said. He wants that win. Have we got any other decent battles? We've got Nick and Rotty battling for 10th place. Behind Nick, I do think penalties will affect these results, but Rotty running very wide there. Is this going to give Nick the chance? Is he going to get it done? Not into turn 1, he's not. I might think of it into turn 2 or 3. What is the Mercedes driver going to do here? Get some move done on Rotty there. Yes, he does. Now, Janudi, 49.1. What about Notorious? This is what I want to say. 49.1 was Janudi. 47.3 is Notorious. Now, he's got 4 laps, 9 seconds. It's going to be close, but I'd say about 2.5 seconds a lap is what he's needing. What is he producing right now? We're at 110.9 for Janudi. And for Notorious, 107.8. I think Janudi has done a dupy. I think I still think he'll get in the. I think he'll still get a podium because Grimmy's got to close about 16 seconds on him in 4 laps. I don't see that happening. Nick picking up a 3-second penalty for track limits, and when we get on lap 36, we will look at the track limits in full. But Grimmy has pulled away from Big D, now 2 seconds behind race 1 winner. I don't see him getting on the podium today. I think that opt onto the hard during the safety car was not the best decision, but to come back and still get a magnanimous 5th, no penalties, Kvyat Wolf behind him with penalties and 5 seconds down the road. It's been a good drive from the McLaren driver. Grimmy catching up to Miko. And for me the question is, where will Janudi finish? Is it going to be second, third or fourth? I think he needs to keep that car on the road. And with 3 laps to go here, some very aggressive lines there by Grimmy. Tin Man picking up another 3-second track limits penalty. Can Grimmy get the move done on Miko? I mean, he's got to gain 3 seconds in 2.5 laps. It's not going to be easy, but especially with both drivers on the soft tyre. And for me, the question is Janudi going to be? Where is Janudi going to finish? Got Grimmy not able to make a move there. Got Jack and Kvyat Wolf battling now. Is this on track or is this with penalties? Let's have a look at penalties. Jack 6 seconds of penalties to Kvyat Wolf's 3. Tin Man 15 seconds of penalties. Wowza. 3 seconds for Nick and Nick. 6 seconds for Rotti and Rye. So this, whilst being 4 position, it isn't, because Kvyat Wolf has got 3 seconds to play with. Notorious now just a few tenths behind Janudi. He's going to get DRS. He's just got the fastest lap, and I think we're not going to see any trouble here for the Kicksauber driver to pass the Haas up the hill. And Notorious, is he on course for yet another race victory here in the Senna division? Coming down the hill now, Miko and Grimmy, are they going to catch? I don't think so. 4.5 seconds and a lap and a half to go. It's going to be hard work. Convicted and Jack still battling hard, battling until the end. Where's Janudi coming through in sector 2? I want to see this now. 48.729 compared to 46.890. It's a couple of seconds, but he needs to find 4. I don't know. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight because the Miko is closing about a second in this sector, and Janudi running hard off there. So that was a 1:10.399, 1:7.228. So 3.7 seconds, 2.4 is the gap. Can Janudi hold off Miko for second place? This is the last lap of the 36 lap race here at Austria. Can Miko get this done? The 2 drivers battling hard. There's been a touch, nothing untoward. But Miko, he's got 2 sectors, and I'm going to sit on board with the Mercedes driver. He has got Janudi in his sights. This is the battle in my eyes. Some very aggressive lines there. 3 tenths gained through that turn. Is it too little too late? I'm not sure. It's going to come down right to the last turn, I think. It's with nearly a second now. Notorious is going to claim another magnanimous victory here at Austria in the Senna division. But let's see what's going to happen here. Is Miko going to get second for Janudi? He's not going to get it. He's not going to get it. No, Janudi will hold off to take second. Grimmy will get 4th. What about Big D? Big D jumps Grimmy by how much? 3.1 seconds. Grimmy must have picked up another penalty. He did 6 seconds worth. And the drivers are now crossing the line. Nick takes 9th. Rotti will cross the line now along with Rael. And that is the race, ladies and gentlemen. That is round 5. The double header here at Austria in the Full Gas Racing League Senna division. And what a race. It really did throw a lot into contention there with regards to different strategies, safety cars. Just wow, what a race that was. Especially those last few laps, the differing strategies. I think well done to Shinudi for holding off to second. Car was a lap slower at the end. But yet another win for the one and only Notorious. It's been a while since we've seen him on the top spot, I feel like. Since Barcelona. So, well done to Notorious, well done to Janudi, who holds off a second in the Haas. I think one more turn and it would have been a different podium's position. And Miko with a fantastic drive to take third. Just wow. Differing strategies. And just what a great race that was, guys. So, wow, obviously we will have instant reports, I'm sure of it. But those are your finishers for today, guys. This is Pete W. I hope you all have had an amazing time watching the stream tonight, and please give it a like, up and subscribe. I will be back with you probably Wednesday, definitely next Sunday, for another round of the Full Gas Racing League. Take care of yourselves and each other, guys, and have a great evening.